a lot of men has a woman outside, a double family, and another family outside. I just decide to put them together. In the house that I grew up, I have also not only one mother. I've been in 3 relationships already in polyamory. First, I had 2 women with me. Then I have 3, and now it's again 3. When we talk about other women falling in love with me, yes, it happens a lot. Why I'm gonna lie to you? I love women. It's not about sex, it's more about the beauty of life, that we can do things together. These beautiful girls around me right now, we have a goal together.
But you think it's impossible to be with only one person for the whole life, from your point of view?
I cannot talk about that because I am not that person. Being in a monogamous is a business. That's all. Another man in this constellation has to be a really extraordinary man.
I see that you have a really big family. Can you introduce your partners, your family?
Yes, of course. Let's start with Mayan. He's the smallest one. Then we have Martina. She's a Bulgarian descendant. We have Amor. Then we have Pola. Pola is a Polish person. And we have Gudrun. Gudrun is Austrian nationality. And then we have Amaru. Amaru is Martina's son also. So this is my family, yes.
How it all started, the idea of having such a big family?
I can say that I grew up in this way, in the feeling of a tribe, in the feeling of a community, working together as a team. So for me it's normal to have a big family and to support each other. In the house that I grew up, I have also not only one mother, it was another person there and my mother. So I can say I have 2 mothers or even 3. I feel that this is a lifestyle, but at the same time it makes the life easy for the whole group because you have the opportunity to have more time for yourself. In this case, when you are raising kids, it's really important that the kids also have more opportunities to learn more with more people.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in El Salvador. Of course, I went out of the country when I was young. I also spent many years in US. I studied in US. So I've been traveling around the world since then. I'm 48 now, and I got out of my country when I was 15. So it's a long journey already.
And when it comes to your family, it is something common in Salvador that there are like polyamoric relationships?
You know, these are new topics. Then when people talk about polyamory, in reality, in my opinion, a lot of men has a woman outside, a double family, and another family outside. The thing is that it's a kind of taboo, or even though the woman at home knows that he has a lover or another woman with kids, they don't talk about it. I just decide to put them together. Now, if we talk about more deep in this concept, the biggest industry on planet Earth is prostitution. So who are the main customers of this big industry? Men. So is the man a cheater? Is the man a liar? I just decide to be honest. That's it. I don't want to lie. Why to lie? If you like to have these adventures, be sincere. That's all.
Was it hard for you to have another lady just when you have your first partner and you wanted to have another one? It was the hardest step for you, like the first one to make it polyamoric?
To make it happen, to make the first person accept it. Well, I've been in 3 relationships already in polyamory. First, I had 2 women with me. Then I have three, and now it's again three. So, yes, I just been sincere and I explained them, this is me. Either you like me or you hate me, let me know now before we move on. It was not difficult for me because right away I explained Gudrun. In this case, when she came to my life, well, Gudrun came when I had also another woman, and I explained them, I love women. You know, why I'm gonna lie to you? I love women. It's not about sex, it's more about the beauty of life, that we can do things together. You know, all the time people is asking me, you know, there is a lot of, it's about sex. It's like, in reality not. It is beautiful. Of course, sexuality is amazing, but it's also important to know that as a team, you can do many things and really fast. And also, you cannot handle many women if you don't know what is the feminine energy inside of you as a man. Because if you are constantly with this ego macho trip, you're not gonna make anything. At one point you had to surrender. At one point you had to learn that you are also the woman that is in front of you. She's not just a woman, it's a grandma, it's a mother, it's a daughter, it's a sister. And if you go deeply, it's your mirror, it's you. So at this point, when I understood that, I cannot harm them. I just wish the best for all of us, and I do my best.
And as you said, you're honest, and when they want to come to this relationship, you say the truth, you say how it looks like. But I think about the situation, okay? The lady falls in love, and you're the whole world for her. You tell her that, oh, I'm polyamoric, I have another woman, and she said, okay, I will accept it because I love you so much. And later on, the practice comes, yes, the true life. How it looks in practice? They are not jealous of each other?
For me, polyamore or polygamous or monogamous, it's just a concept. It's just a box. It's putting yourself in a box. If you put yourself in a box, of course you will feel uncomfortable to be out of the box because that's your security. So when I explain people about who I am, I'm just telling them this is me. This is Mao. I love adventures. I love to create things. I love to be sincere. I love discipline. I love women. I love to enjoy life. We came to planet Earth to enjoy life with consciousness. Of course, I'm not going to be doing crazy things that I know that is going to harm myself first and the group that is around me. So when we talk about other women falling in love with me, yes, it happens a lot, not once, you know, it happens many times. But when they see that they have to deal with other women,
yes,
then
it might be hard.
They need to learn to use their ego, because jealousy is to have what you don't have, but that means that you are comparing with the other person or you are competing. If you know that you are unique and you don't need to compare, compete, and you don't feel the same of the other, like the other person, in reality, you realize that you are a unique energy, that you are a unique human being, and no one else is like you. So if you have this self-confidence, you can deal with anyone. This is reality. Of course, this jealousy and envy, egoism, and judgments, these are just situations that are pumping up out of fear. In reality, this is just a bunch of fears that you don't like yourself, that you don't trust yourself, that you grew up in a family that is telling you that you're ugly. You are out of the box, and you're not scared to be out of the box as soon as you love yourself.
But you think it's impossible to be with only one person for the whole life from your point of view?
I cannot talk about that because I am not that person. So the first thing that I say to everyone is, I love you, but I love my freedom. My freedom is on top.
And why your another relationships ended? It was because ladies were not ready for it, or you didn't want to continue?
First of all, because every hello has a goodbye. Second is because they couldn't overcome the euphorical moment. These beautiful girls around me right now, We have a goal together. We think similar.
And
We
what's your
already
goal? What's your goal?
To enjoy life.
And if they want, for example, to have another man, you say yes?
I tell you one thing. Another man in this constellation has to be a really extraordinary man. Why? Because when you are mindset already and you bring your ideas, your way of thinking into a group that is already working since a while, it's going to be really hard for this person to catch up. Really hard. Because I know we tried already. I already know what is happening here, and many men don't want to have a boss. They call me boss and say, please don't call me boss. Mao, and this is Mao, either you like me or you hate me. But don't think that it's a pinky life, no. It's a roller coaster.
It has disadvantages also?
No disadvantages. It's no pros and cons, I can say. It's just a roller coaster. I don't want to put them in pros and cons. That's two boxes. No, it's just a roller coaster. That's what life is. Yeah.
You quarrel? You quarrel sometimes? You've got different point of views in a group?
The intention behind of everything that we say is for the benefit of the group.
Do you think people would feel happier if they were living in this kind of groups? They would feel better?
If you go back and forth, I'm sorry to say this, but being in a monogamous is a business. That's all. You have to pay babysitter. You have to work more hours to support your family. It's a business that you didn't notice. They implemented. Some institutions implement that when you go deep, the real human beings, they work in communities and a common unity. The real human beings work in tribes. But of course, the civilization make you being monogamous, that one of these days, the monogamous doesn't exist anymore, and you are by yourself with a robot next to you.
Okay, but you said about jealousy, and do you treat every lady the same way? You can, for example, pay the same attention to everyone?
I treat everyone. I treat you, I treat him, I treat anyone as I treat Mao. Mm-hmm. That's it. I love myself. I talk nice about Mao. I explain people. I get up in the morning and I say, I'm a beautiful brownie cookie. That's what I say every single day. I'm a beautiful man. I'm a creator. I'm an artist. I never talk ugly about me. So how can I treat someone differently? I need to treat them exactly as I treat myself, because that's what I want to receive. That's what I see, how I see life.
And you try to have the same time for everyone? Few hours for one, few hours for another one?
This is
how
interesting,
it looks like?
because in your mythologies here in Europe, especially in the Greek mythology, you have Chronos, and you have also another way to understand time without Chronos, without putting the time in a box. Because I explain people all the time, I'm sorry, but in Europe, you're right, you guys are really logical. You need to put everything in logic and in analytical moments, okay? I don't put time in hours. If I give you 1 second, and if you really enjoy it, it doesn't matter if it's 1 second or 2 seconds or 1 year. I can give you 2 hours of hell. It doesn't matter, you know? So if someone is around me, I give them my best. That's all. It's not about I give them my time. I give them my best. I share my life with them. Because my life is my time, my real money. So I have to decide if this person is a little bit angry, if this person is a little bit cuckoo, if this person is getting into jealousy, I run away from this person.
Before our interview, I was reading some articles about polyamoric and just to prepare myself also. And I found a lot of comments that polyamoric people are people addicted to sex. You said that it's not all about
It's not about sex. Because if it is about sex, how can I raise kids? How can I build a house? I built this house with my own hands. How can I, do everything that you see around here? It's not about sex. Now, I tell you something. I enjoy sex because It's natural in every human being. If we go right now, as I say, the whole industry, the biggest industry is the biggest industry on planet Earth. So what are you talking about? Polyamory or human being? You decide how to enjoy your life and your time. I am more into sensuality than sexuality. Or I can say the opposite. You need to find the balance. You need to find the balance, and that's why women love me, because they know that I am into sensuality and sexuality at the same time. Because men is sexuality, women are sensuality. You like words, you like to hear beautiful words, poetry around. So men, please, do something like that to women if you want to have a woman. You know, don't just go into the sex, then they will hate you. You know, it's gonna be just one night stand. I'm not looking for one night stand. The man is always asking me, hey, how do you got many women? Are you a really macho man? I'm like, it's not about just being on top of a woman. Actually, allow them to be themselves. And I tell you something, for me, it was not Adam and Eve. It's the opposite. It was Eve and Adam. Mm-hmm. The women has the power. The issue is the ego of the man. Mm-hmm. Don't want to accept that. If someone come right now to try to attack me, of course I will make myself big, to look big. Mm-hmm. But I cannot walk like this every single day. This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And that's what is happening to men. They don't know how to use their ego. Mm-hmm. And they think that they can manipulate, control, abuse, and do many things. Who is the one causing all this nonsense and contaminations? Man, I don't see a woman. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's make. I don't see a woman doing that. That's mm-hmm. all. It's an ego trip.
But I guess this is really hard to make this kind of family here in Poland. We are really traditional.
All right, I will give you a beautiful story, okay? Uh-huh. I am living in a country that is called Universe. Mm-hmm. And in this country, the name of my city is called Milky Way. And in this city, the name of my village is called Solar System. And in this village, I have a tiny little house that is called Pachamama, Mother Earth. And because I understand this and I feel all this, everywhere I go is home. Mm-hmm. I don't feel Poland. Uh-huh. I feel home everywhere.
No, you know, I asked about Poland because I think about your neighbors, about people who live around. Are they okay with it? Because, you know, we like to comment something, we like to say what we think, we are sometimes offensive, like in general people. I'm not talking about now Polish or people from another country. Humans, yes, in general. Do you have this kind of situations?
You know, whatever they see in me, that's who they are. That's how I see it. I don't consider and I don't accept anything. I don't take anything personal. If they see an ugly dude in me, that's who they are.
How did it happen that you're here?
I came to Europe a long time ago, but then I decided to come to Austria because I was married in Austria with an Austrian woman. I started this non-profit organization in Austria, Madre Tierra Amor. I did it before also in Latin America and also in California. Someone invited me to come to Poland. And then they told me, Mao, you're a shaman, you should go there. And I'm like, why you think that I'm a shaman? Because you talk cool stuff, man. You talk nice, beautiful things. And I'm like, I'm just Mao. Don't call me a shaman. But everyone thinks I'm a shaman, okay? Only because I'm dressing this way. But why? This is the traditional clothes of my country. So I realized all these things. So I came to Poland, and they say, everyone was happy, and I started feeling good here because I saw a country of young people, and it's a kind of awakening. I can say, for me, it's an awakening that the people start realizing how beautiful they are, especially the young generation. And I decided to be part of this energy, of this wave. And I say, I love Poland because of that, because I feel home when I came here, even though I don't understand anything what the people is talking, but I feel home.
And how many children do you have?
I had 3 here and 1 in Austria with my first wife in Europe, yeah.
And what do you want to teach your children? What's your idea? What do you want to show them?
I know that I'm responsible for them, and I'm guiding them. That's all I'm doing right now. But I'm not responsible when they die or how long they live. I cannot say much about it. I'm just gonna give them my best. I create this space in the forest because I don't want them to be in the city. I want them to be in contact with nature because nature is one of the best teachers. Nature can bring you back to your normal senses. Nature can give you the best energy. So when I decide to have kids, first I decide to make a nest, and I want to make the best nest for them in nature. So where can they go and learn with the animals, they can go and learn with the trees. So what do I expect for them? They have to decide at one point what they want in life. Right now, I'm just giving them my best.